Please subscribe to Bear Nerd Fun. Smash the like button. Goodbye.
Hail to all. We do not need. Hail to all. Now come on, Hollywood. Stop smelling your own farts. You might get mistaken for arse sniffers. Remember, when you go woke, you go broke. Hail to all. This is Bear at Bear Nerd Fun. We got this covered. Article: Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker was a disaster before George Lucas fixed it. New rumors floating in the internet suggest that early test screenings for Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker were disastrous, and Lucasfilm had to bring in George Lucas to help fix we'll call it the mess. The last entry of the Skywalker saga not only promises to wrap up the sequel trilogy, but also brings the ancient conflict between the Jedi and the Sith to its definitive end. One would assume that that's a lot of threads to weave together in a single movie. They'd be right. It would seem that fans have been worried for all the right reasons, as a new rumor claims that early test screenings are so disastrous, the Disney CEO Bob Iger promptly asked director J.J. Abrams to redo much of the film, and even asked George Lucas to come in and make changes. Isn't that a slap in the face of George Lucas, eh? Yeah, of course, we'll file this one strictly in the rumor cabinet for now, since it comes from a YouTuber with a questionable track record. But according to them, the test screenings, which made up of hardcore fans, casual fans, and general audience members who were simply aware of Star Wars, the first version of which YouTubers calls the Abrams-Kennedy cut, had the lowest average score, mostly due to lackluster third act. Spoilers follow from here on out. Spoiler! Warning, Will Robinson! Warning, Will Robinson! Spoilers! It's said that one huge problem was when Rey destroyed Emperor Palpatine, essentially owned him in OP fashion during the last battle. At that point, everyone burst into laughter, and this enraged Iger, who was also present during the screening. I could just imagine, that'd be funny. I wish I could have seen that one. I'd have laughed my butt off. Back to the article. Then he proceeded to order a redo of the movie, which brings us to a second cut. Apparently, Iger especially asked Abrams to bring in Anakin and Luke in the flesh. We're not entirely sure what that means, and the revised version of Disney's Boss received a better score, 65, in the following test screening. But that wasn't enough, and George Lucas was then brought in to make some amendments. Yeah, George Lucas made some changes. They brought him in. The rumor suggests that Lucas incorporated elements from both versions and edited finale, introducing a secret Skywalker in the third act. This garnered a much more positive reaction and received the best score, 88. Oh, look at them new characters. We don't know how the secret Skywalker is just yet, but we do know that Disney spent a whopping $300 million after the meltdown to save the movie and do everything that was necessary to make sure it doesn't flop. Flop, flop, no fizz. And while we never be certain about the many rumors that plague the production of a juggernaut film such as this one, we should note that sources close to WGTC, the same ones who tell us about the Rey Palpatine twist in the movie, which has since been confirmed, have said that the report is at least somewhat true. They can't verify all the details provided by the YouTuber, but they do confirm that early test screenings do go as well as Disney had hoped, that Lucas was indeed brought in at some point to help Abrams fix the movie. From what we understand, they succeeded, and Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker is now testing much better. But I guess we'll see for ourselves how things turn out. But when the film hits theaters on December 20th, source Comic Book News. Well, that's it for that, folks. Hail to the fandom menace. Now come on, Hollywood. Stop smelling your own farts. You might get mistaken for arse sniffers. Remember, when you go woke, you go broke.
Please subscribe to Bear Nerd Fun. Smash the like button. Goodbye.
Say hello. Hello. Say hello. Say nerd fun. Nerd fun. Nerd fun. Say goodbye. Goodbye. Hail to the